Well, I'm sure by now all of you are aware that Woodmore are the online expert when it comes to spare parts. And the best point is that they have the spare parts for all vehicles available in India. So even if your car is out of production now, maybe you have a large generation model, even then they have the spare part available. They have the entire catalog. And the best point is that they have the same spare part from a host of different component makers, which gives you great flexibility in the pricing overall. Well, so here I am driving the VW Virtus, and in today's video I'm going to tell you some pros, some cons, some positives, some negatives on this car, some reasons that you should maybe buy it and maybe some reasons that you can avoid it. So in this video we're going to keep it short and crisp, but we will talk about the pros and cons about the Virtus. Now the biggest pro of this car is its strong build quality. Yes, the build quality of this car, as soon as you sit inside, you'll really admire it, because when you shut the doors and they have that solid thud sound, you feel very positive, you feel very happy, and you feel very secure. Because if you're traveling with your entire family in a car, then this is a car you'll want to be in, because it just feels so secure, so solid and so safe that you'll always want to be inside this car, especially if you're driving on the highway and you are, someone who enjoys those long distance trips. Then this is something that you will truly enjoy. The second thing which you will enjoy is the driving dynamics. Yes, that's a big positive on the Virtus. The driving dynamics, no matter which engine you choose, no matter which gearbox you choose, it's a very big point of the car. It's a very strong point of the car. The steering wheel input is excellent. The automatic gearboxes are excellent. The engine themselves, both the turbocharged units are excellent. Very peppy performance, very good performance, and it is something which a lot of buyers will appreciate. And if you are someone who regularly takes this car up to the hills, or you just appreciate engaging drive, then this is a car you'll really enjoy, because this car's steering, as I said, is good. It doesn't have any body roll, and when you push it into corners, even then the grip level from the tires is very good. The braking efficiency also is quite decent, and these are things which true-blooded car buyers who enjoy driving, drivers really, will enjoy. And I think it's the right time to buy a turbocharged car, because in the next 10 years, with the EVs taking over, I think EV revolution is coming sooner than we all expect. I think these kind of cars, we'll all miss them once they go. People who have petrol running in their veins, they will definitely miss this car and these kind of cars. So if you are an enthusiast and want to buy a car which is turbocharged, which is a keen driver's car, then that's another strong point that this car has to offer. The third reason why you should buy it, in fact, let's give you one reason why you should not buy it. The one reason why you should not buy it is because the pricing seems a little more aggressive than it should have been, especially for the 1.5 top of the line versions. We've already seen the Skoda Slavia pricing, and this one also is very similar. So that's something which a lot of buyers might just say, well, why should I invest so much cash on this car when I have maybe the 1 liter version available, maybe when I have a Honda City available. So that's something which you have to think about. Yes, performance is very good, but still the kind of price that Skoda and VW are asking for their 1.5 litre engines is just a little too much, and I think it's not very justifiable. So that's one major reason why you should not buy this car, or that's a major negative. It doesn't justify the pricing. Of course, if you think that you really want performance and there's just performance that you want, you don't want anything else, then maybe you should figure it out. But I don't think that's a price that is very justifiable. So that's one big negative on this car. Now let's get back to the positives. The other positive is that if you are someone who always enjoys the back seat, I should have been in the back seat right now talking about this, but I'm not going to do that because it's a hot day. So if you are someone who wants to have a chauffeur-driven car, you're always going to use the back seat, always sitting in the back seat. The back seat experience is good. The space is very good. Comfort-wise, it's quite good. Yes, I think the Honda City still is the benchmark in the segment. I think the comfort, the seat cushioning, the space, everything is better on the Honda City overall. But this car isn't bad. There's a lot of space on offer. Front seats have been raised up so you can stretch your feet, and it's a hairy place to be. 3 headrests, which means that it's a proper 3-seater, not a 2-seater. So all these things make it a good choice of car for chauffeur-driven owners. And if you are someone who's always going to be chauffeur-driven, then it's a good choice for you. So that's one extra reason to buy this car. The fourth reason is to buy this car. If you are someone who loves the highway, you're always on the highway, always enjoy a stable car, a rock-solid car, safety-wise, speed-wise, gives you confidence that this car just sits on the road all day, effortless to drive on the highway. And we've been doing speeds of 80, 90, 100 kph on this highway outside Amritsar, and we've just enjoyed driving this. That's a fantastic, a beautiful car to drive. So that is also something which a lot of high-distance journey, if you do a lot of highway cruising, you will enjoy that, and that's a big reason where you should consider buying this car. That's another additional reason. And now I'll give you one reason, but maybe you should not buy it, not consider it. VW's dealership network is good, but the after-sales support and sometimes the spare part prices, sometimes some owners do complain about that. It's not as good as maybe some of its rivals. So that's something that you need to take in notice and you need to consider before you make a buying decision, because a lot of customers, a lot of people say that we have trouble with VW spare parts and the dealership isn't supporting us, after sales support isn't that great. I might be wrong, or those people might be wrong. They might be one-off cases, but do check how many after-sales support network you have in your area and how is the dealership response and stuff like that. You can check with your friends and family before making a buying decision, because the top-of-the-line version of this car is quite expensive. So make that decision, or check that at least before you make a buying decision. Other than that, any other reasons why you should buy it? Well, the other big reason why I should buy it is because of the looks outside. I think it's a fantastic looking car. It's just a beautiful looking car. It'll remind you of the much more expensive and much bigger VW Jetta, which was launched a few years back. It's not in production anymore. It's not sold anymore. But it'll remind you of that car because the front end, the back end, it's as sleek, as stylish as that car. And it has a very purposeful look to it. It looks very purposeful. It also is a car which offers you very solid looks, and apart from that, the interior also, the looks of the interior is very smart. It's a smartly styled interior, digital gauges, digital touchscreen, 10-inch one, big one to use, 2 USB ports here, 2 USB-C type ports at the back, mind you, so 4 USB-C type ports. All these things make it a nice package to be in, and it feels like VW's finally got their sedan in the modern century, in this century. The Vento had been around for a long time, but even when it was launched, it used to feel a little outdated, a little old compared to other rivals, especially the Verna. But this one now feels up to date and feels very modern. So those are another big reason to buy this car. And my final reason, it might be my 6th or 7th reason now to buy it, is because of the massive boot. Yes, the boot on this car is just absolutely phenomenal. Over 500 liters, the biggest boot in the segment. Yes, I know the Skoda Slavia has the same kind of boot, but it's a massive boot. No intrusion from the suspension, minimal loading lip, deep and spacious, nice and wide aperture, so you can easily haul in those big bags, those big boxes, and you can just put in that stuff without any fuss whatsoever. Just take it out, slide it in. So it's a great car for those airport trips. If you have your family who regularly goes to the airport, if you have family living abroad, Canada, US, UK, who regularly come and they get gifts for you as well, then this is a car that you will truly enjoy. Getting them home in, because of course all those bags and suitcases, luggage will fit in quite easily, and that's something which you will truly enjoy, and they will also enjoy, because it won't be a hassle to book an extra cab. That's another big reason. A lot of people ignore this reason because a lot of them say, well, I don't really care, but once in a year or twice a year, when you have to go for that trip, maybe a holiday, annual holiday, whatever you have to do, then this is something that you will truly care about, and you'll have to use the boot. So the boot is another big factor, which is a big positive on this car. Well, so there you have it, folks. In this video today, we talked about the pros and cons of the VW Virtus. I gave you, I think, 6 positives and maybe 2 negatives. But do consider watching this video again. Share with your friends if they're planning to buy this car. And don't make a buying decision without completely understanding these things, because these things these days make a big difference. And of course, if you have come here for the first time, if you're watching this video first time, please subscribe to this channel. And please do hit that bell icon, and also do like this video if you've enjoyed watching. If you didn't enjoy it, you can always do this to the video. But these days, YouTube doesn't show you negatives. But if, of course, you didn't like it, it's your right to give us a positive or a negative. Anyways, it's bye for now. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one very soon. See you.